Welcome to the Arkham Files, an actual play called Cthulhu RPG podcast, featuring Seth Morrison as Tallahassee Turner.
I think he's dying, but if he does, are you available?
Peter Morrison as Dominic Drunkard.
It was like I, had a fair amount of spirits.
Donovan Ballard as Dr. Simeon Kantstandyobitz.
I'm not a psychologist tonight.
Sam Morrison as Major Frederick Aloysius Bakersfield.
Still really into guns and ammo and chicks.
Abel Morrison as Officer Billy McConnell.
He can't do anything drastically illegal, like blowing up his business.
And I am your game master, the keeper of arcane lore, Alex Morrison. Now grab onto some dice and your sanity. Let's roll.
Dominic.
The other night upon the stair, I met a man who wasn't there.
Dom.
Yes.
Wake up.
He was there again today. I wish we should go away.
Dom. Wake up.
Hello?
On the stair, I met a man.
Hello?
Man. Is it a woman?
Wake up.
I wish we should go away. A face. I need to stop drinking so much.
Hello? Fiona! Sam! I'm home! I stopped at the market, but I'm here. Hello? Hello, Fiona? Sam, is anybody home? Hello? Who left the light on in here? Fiona! Sam! No!
Wake up, Dom.
Wake up.
No! Oh, what just happened?
Oh, you're still not awake.
Oh, I'm awake.
Quick, pour some water on him.
I don't speak
Stop
British.
hitting me!
Speak American.
Dump water in his face, quick.
Oh, it's a good thing.
You know, as a psychologist, you really shouldn't enjoy hitting people.
That's called,
This is 1920s. We can, psychologists slap people all the time.
Dominic,
That's what we do, son. I mean, fella.
you wake up from whatever horrible flashback nightmare you just had to Dr. Simeon Kantstandyobitz, or Bots, standing over you, slapping you in the face with your other, 4 accomplices, all just standing over you, looking at you while you're laying on the ground.
I can't believe what just happened.
Can't believe you've done this.
I remember everything. What was that noise?
Well, tell us what you remember.
I remember going up into Corbitt's house. I snuck past him as he was on the phone. I think he was with the police. And when I went upstairs, I opened the trap door, and there it was. That face I see in this photo right here. That's what I saw. And then something happened next, where I heard some kind of weird voice. My body, it went all limp. I knew what was going on, but I couldn't control my own body. But I remember that face up in Corbitt's attic. That's it, guys.
So,
I think we should do a sanity check.
hey, who's running the game here? All right. I can.
Oh my God.
I'll call for the sanity checks here. All right. So, Major Bakersfield and Dr. Simi. Major Bakersfield and Dr. Simi. While Dom is telling you this, and he mentioned the photo, he actually hands it up to you.
Here's the photo, right here.
Looking at the photo, you both see a blurry picture of the side of Mr. Corbitt's house and what looks like a face up in the attic window in some sort of screaming terror, perhaps.
It looks like it's screaming in terror.
Okay, I'm gonna have everybody's gonna have to make sanity checks, including you, Tallahassee Turner, which I didn't make you do last time, and Billy. So everybody make a sanity check. Roll 2 d10s, and you gotta
Do I have
get
to make
under
another
your
sanity
score.
check? So, I mean, I did make a sanity check the first time I saw the scary face.
Did you?
I feel like I should
remember.
have to make one again. Yeah, I looked up in the attic.
I don't know if I made you make a sanity check. I think I forgot. I think because...
I did, because my sanity is 45,
Is
and
it?
now it's at 43.
I got a 10.
My sanity's 50, and I rolled a 49.
Oh, nice. Okay, you're still going to lose 1 sanity.
I rolled
Lies.
a 7.
You rolled a 7?
I have a 60 and I rolled a
Yeah.
10.
My sanity's 70. Does that seem too high? Is that normal?
No, it's whatever your power is, or your POW score.
Yeah. Okay.
My sanity sucks.
My sanity was 48, and I rolled a 44.
Yeah, everybody who succeeded, you're still going to lose 1 sanity. Dom,
That's bourgeois.
It was Bush League.
Dom, you're actually going to lose 1 D4 sanity. Did you succeed?
Me?
Yeah.
I rolled a 7.
You rolled a 7?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, a 7.
All right.
That's a. No, it's just
Extreme.
a hard success. I think. What's 45 divided by 5? Is that 9?
Why are you
Well,
asking
hard
me?
success is half, so...
Extreme success.
Extreme success? All right, since you got an extreme success, you can also only lose 1 sanity. You were going to have to lose more sanity than these guys because you dealt with a lot more than they did. They just saw the photo, but you had all of that stuff happen to you, and you remembered everything
Wait
up
a
in the
minute.
attic.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I rolled a 10
Yeah?
and I got 60. That's an
It's
extreme
my butt,
success.
Donovan.
Okay, you lose 1 sanity.
And I'm a psychologist.
Anybody that succeeded loses 1.
thanks.
Anybody that failed would lose 1 D4. So anybody that succeeded, you only lose 1 sanity.
1 sanity down for me.
Okay.
Except for I feel like we didn't
Good to know.
describe why that was so scary.
The
Have
photo?
you seen the picture?
Yeah, because it's like, hey, there's a photo of a woman in the attic, and then
Looks like
Dom
it's
went
screaming.
into the attic and saw a woman. That's it. Was she dead? Was she?
It's just a photo, bro.
Yeah, so Dom, when you looked up in the attic, you just saw that, again, the same thing. You actually saw pretty much what you can see in that photo, except for, not so blurry. You saw that face kind of looking down at you, its mouth hanging open, kind of slack, eyes kind of staring down towards you. You couldn't tell necessarily if they were staring at you, but just staring down towards you. The mouth's hanging open and kind of a slack-jawed scream. That's all you saw before you heard Mr. Corbitt chanting, and you turned around and he hit you with that, whatever he did.
I couldn't tell if the face was looking at me or just staring off in the distance like some kind of corpse. You know what I mean?
So again, what you guys are seeing up in the window, from the photo, all you can see is that face. That's pretty blurry. Looks like it's staring out again in some sort of horrified scream. Dark hair down in her face, just staring out from the black recesses of the attic. Only light of it, either maybe from the flash of the camera when Major Bakersfield took the picture, or perhaps the reflection of the light of the moon coming down on the face. But as far as you know, there's something up there, but you don't know what.
Well, I think now that we've discussed it and lost some sanity, I say we split up again. Get some stuff.
Are any of you interested in breaking back into Corbitt's house?
I want
See
to, but
what's up
let's
in
go
the attic.
let's go to Mr. Bakersfield's surplus store, get some guns, some chicks,
Yeah, some magazines.
and ammo.
And not just ammo magazines.
Some chicks.
Yeah,
What?
chicks and ammo.
Since
Either
when
way.
did Major Bakersfield have a surplus store?
I've always had a surplus
That's the
store.
beginning.
That's part of his
Part of my
background.
backstory.
Oh, well, none of us know you very well because we make you stay at your house.
That's what he does for a living. He retired from
I
the
thought he
military.
was a
and now
major.
Yeah, I'm a retired major.
He runs
Oh,
a.
well, it's good to know. It's nice to get you know you a little bit more.
Yeah, we should get together more often and suck back a couple of waters.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I have some pretty nice glasses, so, I mean, don't turn it down just yet.
Wait till you see the glasses. Okay, so
Yeah, the nice glass.
So you guys have a few leads that you could follow up on. Some more investigating to do. I mean, you guys have a lot of things that you could do. What do you want to do from this at this point?
All right, me and Kantstandyobitz gonna run to my surplus store, pick up some weapons. For now.
Also, this is
Go to the car.
something that was completely appropriate for all of you guys to discuss amongst each other, amongst yourselves in character, about what to do next.
Well, that's what we're doing right now. We're
That's
in
what I'm
character.
doing right now. Do you hear my voice?
I do, but
This isn't how I really sound.
I do, but you're also the only person I hear.
Billy, would you like to go investigate that
Randolph?
animal mutilator? You know, the one at the hospital.
Well, that's weird.
Where'd Billy go?
Yeah, the Randolph character. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we should go check him out.
We'll have to steal someone's car. I mean, borrow someone's car.
I don't think
Well, let's go to the
Kantstandyobitz will
Simimobile.
notice.
Mr. Bakersfield, and get going.
Okay,
So yeah, why don't you get Billy out? Why don't you get Billy out of here?
Billy.
That's and
me.
then I will take my gun, and my bullwhip, and my hatchet, and my rope, and go over and make short work of Mr. Corbitt.
What?
Wait, you're gonna go kill the guy?
Well, I'll go. I was thinking I could tie him up and then go check things out, man.
Oh, you know what kind of background music we're gonna need right here.
It looks like we don't have to go to the surplus store.
What's the bullwhip for?
Well,
Whipping things.
What else would it be for? All right, enough of the bushwalk. Let's get out of here.
all right, me and Kantstandyobitz run into the surplus store.
Okay.
Why are we going to the sewer?
What are the rest of you guys doing?
We want to get some guns and ammo.
Why don't you just have guns?
I
You're
do
a
have.
ranger.
You can never have too much.
But he has a sniper.
I have guns and ammo, but do you guys have guns and ammo?
Why don't
I
you
got a
have
gun.
more? I mean,
I have
share, bro.
my own.
This is
You only
gonna
need
be-
one.
What do you think
gun.
we're doing right now? What do you think I'm doing right now?
Sam?
I'm sharing. Okay, we're going to my surplus store so I can share.
I don't like it. No.
Okay, who's going to the surplus store with Bakersfield and Dr. Simi?
Okay.
Tallahassee, are you really gonna go get your whip session on, or are you gonna come with us to stock up?
No, I'm really gonna go check out if he's there.
You're really gonna go and start whipping him?
Well, we got to get Billy McConnell out of here because he's a cop. But yeah,
No illegal stuff, fellas.
He's also standing right there and can hear everything that
I'm
you're
not
telling
talking
these
in
guys.
character, so this is like side information.
Tallahassee Turner's just like staring at you guys, like giving you the eyeball, giving you that I'm gonna go
Right.
next door and whip
What?
and shoot and tie up my neighbor look, you know?
That wasn't just regular water we were drinking.
You
it
tie
was-
him down and whip him. We'll be back with some ammo to shoot him.
And then we'll ask him questions. And then, if he responds, we know there's something fishy.
Okay.
You guys
Let's
know
go.
that look where he's just staring at you and he's like, I'm gonna go next door, eyebrow pump. So what did we establish? Dr. Simi and
So me and Simi are the only ones that know what we're doing.
okay, you guys are going to the
No, I
to the
asked
store.
McConnell if he
Nobody else is
wanted to
going?
go with me to
Yeah,
investigate
let's,
the
We need to borrow a
mutilator.
car. Who
Yeah,
else
we
has a
need to
car
steal.
we can
I mean,
use?
borrow a car.
Tallahassee's gonna start. He's gonna go all Indiana Jones on Corbitt. So
I pulled
On foot.
a hat off my back up onto my head and draw my cavalry sword, and I say, "You guys, good luck. I'll see you in a bit."
he's gonna end up in the back,
Where
the
you
trunk
going
of some
with
guy's
that?
car.
And we're not gonna come save you.
Hey,
Yeah.
you didn't need saving.
I'm not going into the
Yeah, but
police
I'm
station
tougher
again.
than you. You're a wuss bag.
Hey, Tallahassee, where are you going? Where are you going with that?
I'm going to write a book.
Oh.
about our adventures so far.
I should have known.
Adventures.
All right,
All right,
Dom,
so-
you want to go with me? Let's go check out this Randolph character.
All right. Let's do it.
So who are we gonna follow, us or the surplus guys?
I have a car.
Okay, so 20 minutes pass. Everybody completed their stuff. Mr. Bakersfield. That took 20 minutes to get all those guns and ammo.
Major Bakersfield. Okay, so
Major's Bakersfield.
Tallahassee, are you gonna let Billy and Dom borrow your car again?
Yes.
Sweet, because we took it anyway.
Okay, so you guys are heading off to the hospital.
Yeah, Central Hospital.
Okay, Dom Drunkard and Billy McConnell head down to Tallahassee's car, jump in it, and start heading off towards Central Hospital, whilst Major Aloysius Bakerfield and Dr. Simi head off to Major Bakersfield's Army Surplus store. So you guys that are going to the Army Surplus store, what do you want to get, I guess? What are you looking for here?
So, I think I want a sniper rifle. Did those exist back in the 20?
You bet they did.
Yeah, they have some long-range
Okay, so
hunting
let's-
rifle type
Some
weapons.
long-range rifles.
Okay.
Somewhere where Mr. Bakersfield can perch on a roof.
I don't know if I'm getting up on a roof again.
You guys learned your lesson about Major Bakersfield being up on the roof.
Been a little off since then.
Okay. Let's see. You guys can get most of the things that you're looking for, because honestly, at your surplus store, you're gonna have just about whatever you want from there.
Okay, well, I'm gonna grab handguns for each person in our group.
Okay, what do you want?
Plenty of ammo. I'll grab.
Do you have dynamite?
Do I have dynamite? I've got dynamite. We're getting some dynamite. I don't know. Is that legal back then?
Dynamite?
To just sell in a surplus store?
Well, let's see. Make me a luck roll, Major Bakersfield.
All right. That's 2d10s.
Yeah.
What is your luck?
63, I think. Yeah. 38.
Nice.
38. Okay, so you don't necessarily sell dynamite in your store, but being any Second Amendment loving red-blooded American, you may have stocked some for personal use.
Let me go in the back into my secret stash and get the boomsticks.
Just in case. So I'm gonna say you have 2 sticks of dynamite.
Why do we need dynamite, guys?
Because we're just gonna blow them up.
Also, I'm just to throw this out there to remind you guys are still in a pretty normal neighborhood in the suburbs. Maybe just something
Okay.
to remember when perching up on rooftops with sniper rifles.
And
I'm gonna grab
Dynamite.
a
And
revolver
dynamite.
for each person in our party.
Also,
And-
just to throw this out here, you guys all were already arrested for bothering Mr. Corbitt. So if somebody's house suddenly explodes from
Highway Patrol didn't exist.
Well, then we'll find some bones in his trunk,
No one will notice.
and we'll be off the hook.
I don't know how his house exploded.
Okay, I'm
so-
gonna grab my elephant gun, my rifle,
elephant gun.
my hatchet.
and I've got 2 shotguns that I'm gonna grab.
Okay. So
So a revolver for each person, 2 shotguns, and an elephant gun, and 2 sticks of dynamite.
okay, you all right, you grab 2
Wait, do
12
Ooh,
gauge
do you have a net?
double-barreled shotguns. So
Yes, we also grab a net.
a net.
Is that cheating?
Like a butterfly net?
Like a catching humans net.
Yes. You got some of those, right?
Well, they didn't call me Mr. Netty Hands in the war for nothing.
All right, Mr. Netty Hands, you can have a net. A genuine human catching net. Says so on the tag.
Yeah, the monster's gonna be like, oh no, it's Netty Hands.
All right, so you have a hatchet because again, you probably stock some kind of camping supplies and stuff in there.
And chicks.
You don't stock chicks. Also, I find it hard to believe that many chicks hang out at the Army surplus store. It was something that Major Bakersfield kind of had in the back of his mind, being like, okay, gonna bring in the ladies. And then it didn't really work out, kind of pan out for him so well.
Remember when you asked me how many run-ins I had with the law?
Yes. Yikes. I don't know if I like where that's
they
going.
didn't just call me Mr. Netty Hands in the war.
What?
What?
Meaning I tried to catch women with nets because they wouldn't stay at my store.
We'll cut that out.
Okay, so you guys might have another villain to track down after this thing goes down with Mr. Corbitt.
Netty Hands.
Okay.
It's a good villain name, by the way.
Okay, back on track. You get a hatchet. Did you guys send them with anything in particular that you wanted them to pick up?
Well, it's a little too late now. We're kind of far away from him. Or can we do a flashback?
I asked them just in case to get like first aid gear.
Probably some rope. You know,
Okay,
just
some
in
rope,
case.
Some first aid.
Okay, so all right, yeah, write that down. Just write it down on your sheet there. So, you're able to pick up a couple of revolvers, enough for everybody. You have one 45
Shotguns.
revolver, and
Dibs.
did you also pick one up for Billy McConnell? He is a cop, so it's probably pretty likely he already has one.
It's pretty likely. I do have one.
Okay, so you get 145 revolver, and you pick up. Let's see, how many of you guys are there? Enough 38 revolvers for everybody else. 2 shotguns, and you wanted a rifle.
A long-range rifle.
Elephant gun.
Oh, you went for the
And
elephant
we
gun.
have dynamite, too.
Jeez.
Starting to get the picture of the guy in Tremors.
Yeah, this is basically what we got here. Okay, fine. You can have an elephant gun.
You don't know what we're going to encounter.
You're getting away with a
Okay,
lot
so
right now.
write down all that
Can I have an
stuff.
elephant gun too?
Okay, so all those things, write them down on your sheet, and I guess you guys can, hang on to those. Okay, so cut over to Dom Drunkard and Billy McConnell as you guys are pulling into the parking lot at Central Hospital. It's a pretty nice building, nice facility. It's newer. Or it's not new, but it's been recently remodeled and updated for a lot of the newer amenities. You get out of the car and you head into the hospital. It's starting to get later in the day after everything else you guys have already done. So, what do you do?
Well, I want to ask the front desk lady some questions about what's his name? Tomaszewski. So, walk up to the front desk lady and flash my badge.
Okay. The nurse up at the front desk She's got a clipboard and she's writing it. She's a middle-aged woman, somewhat portly, short curly hair. Looks up and says, yes, how may I help you? Oh, officer, yes, what can I do for you?
Yeah, so you got a Mr. Randolph Tomaszewski working here.
Oh, yes. Well, we did.
He doesn't work here anymore?
He is no longer employed by the hospital, no, sorry.
Well, what happened? You want to tell me about it?
I don't know if let me redirect you to the hospital administrator, the superintendent, Dr. Doyle. And I'm sorry, what was your name, officer?
It's Officer McConnell.
Okay, and this is in regard to Randolph. Is there a problem? Another problem, I suppose?
Very well could be. It's part of an investigation.
Another investigation?
Another investigation.
Oh, dear. All right, well, come with me. I'll take you to Dr. Doyle's office, please. So she sets down her clipboard and starts walking off down the hallway, gesturing for you guys to follow her along. So down the first floor, you walk down to a corner office that is rather spacious, very nicely appointed. Big bookshelves, lots of books, lots of diplomas and plaques on the wall from very prestigious schools and awards for various things, excellence in the field of medicine. And sitting behind the desk, you see an older gentleman, rather distinguished looking. He has white hair that's very neat and very well coiffed, and he has a nice bushy mustache. He's a very dapper looking guy. Sitting behind a desk in a white, a white doctor's coat. Looks up as you walk in the room. The door's open and the nurse kind of knocks on the door frame as she comes in. And he looks up and says, Mrs. Witherspoon, well, what can I do for you? Oh, Dr. Doyle, yes, sorry to disturb you, but these officers are here. They had questions about a former employee. I thought it would be best if they spoke to you about it. Oh, yes, well, come in, sit down. He gestures to you guys to come in and points to two chairs across the desk from him. Please, whatever you need. He looks a little bit uncomfortable as he kind of straightens himself up in his seat and leans forward on his desk. Yes, officers, what were your names?
My name is Officer McConnell, and this is my associate. He's not actually an officer, but he's helping me with an investigation.
Oh, an investigation. What is this in regards to?
This is in regards to apparently a former employee of yours. Is Mr. Randolph Tomaszewski.
Yes, Mr. Tomaszewski. Yes, it was some rather unfortunate business with him. You can see I had no choice but to let him go. We couldn't have that sort of thing reflecting poorly on the hospital's reputation. What is it that you wanted to know about?
If you don't mind us asking, about how long ago was the Mr. Tomaszewski let go?
Tomaszewski. Yes, it's not Gandalf Romanowski. In spite of what Seth might say in the chat.
Probably
Randolph.
It was. It was back in.
Stupid.
It was back in April, mid-April, I believe, several months ago.
Was it April 12th?
15th, I believe. Or around the 15th, maybe give or take several days.
So you fired him right after the incident with the animals.
Yes, he came back in, and after the next day, I brought him into my office. I spoke to him and told him that regardless that he was released and he wasn't charged with anything, it named him specifically in the newspaper. They printed his name, and they said that he was their suspect and that he worked here at this hospital. So, you see, I had no choice. I couldn't maintain his employment under those circumstances, with that sort of stigma hanging over his head and coloring this hospital.
Did you have much contact with Mr. Tomaszewski before? I mean, when he was employed? Did you know him very well?
No, not well. He worked here. He's worked here for a long time. I mean, firing him gave me no bit of pleasure, I assure you. He did his job. He kept quiet. He minded his own business. I mean, all things you hope from an orderly.
But certainly... Sorry, go ahead.
What were you going to say?
Certainly a man of your discernment and talents saw something maybe about him that you could share.
I'm not sure what it is you mean. What exactly are you referring to? Are you implying that maybe I should have seen this coming from his attitude or demeanor, that perhaps I should have been aware of his predilections, I suppose we could say?
Not at all. I'm just suggesting that perhaps there might be something else that you could tell us about him that we might not get from someone that's not as discerning and dapper and handsome as you.
That sounds like a charm. Some charm to me.
Roll some
Why
charm.
don't you roll a charm for me, Dom?
Okay, don't mind if I do.
Cue music.
So my charm is 80,
Jeez.
and I rolled a 19.
Handsome, I mean. Please. This mustache it just grows like this. But, well, look, all right. I mean, don't quote me on this, okay? I mean, we can't, the hospital can't admit to any sort of liability in any of these circumstances for Mr. Tomaszewski's behavior. But, again, and also, you must realize, I'm the administrator, I'm the superintendent here. I don't have time to spend with every one of our employees, especially not a low-level orderly like Randolph. But he was here for a long time, and I will say that I will admit to noticing a shift in his behavior and personality over the years. I mean, I suppose maybe especially over the last year or so, he just seemed more tense. He tended to, he became more and more private, I guess you would say. Well, before you might be able to engage him in conversation here and there, or other employees, I suppose. He became more withdrawn and more intense as the years went on, especially over the last year or so, I would say. Seemed, I don't know, maybe paranoid, I suppose. If you came up on him, if he wasn't suspecting, then he tended to be distracted a lot, almost in his own world, and if you walked up on him, then And he would act surprised, like he didn't see anybody around, and scared, like he startled him. So, I don't know if there's anything else besides that, or anything else you might be looking for. I mean, look, firing him wasn't something easy. I mean, we didn't have people exactly lining up to replace him with the job that he had here.
Was there anything that you may have noticed that went on around that time that may have caused the change, or was it sudden, like something may have happened, or was it gradual over a long period of time?
I suppose it was gradual. Again, it wasn't. We didn't exactly, associate on the weekends or anything. I just saw him here and there in the halls when he was going about his business. Typically the work he did here, he would try to be as discreet and private as possible.
Do you know if he has any family, or if anybody here at the hospital he was close with?
No, not that I know of. I don't know anything about his personal life. Again, he seemed rather withdrawn and closed off from the rest of the staff.
Well, you wouldn't happen to have his address, would you?
Let me look in my files. I'm gonna find I might have his last address here. He gets up and walks over to one of the filing cabinets and opens it up, starts kind of flipping, not flippering. He doesn't have flipper hands. As he gets up behind the desk, you guys notice he has horrible flippers for hands. And he just starts slapping them around on the filing cabinet. He opens up the filing cabinet and starts flipping through the files. And, let's see. Tomaszewski. Here we are. Pulls it out. He flips it open. Okay, let's see. Yes, it looks. Appears he lives in an apartment downtown. I have his address right here. At least his last address. Looks like 143 Crenshaw, apartment 4B.
Great. Thanks, Doc.
Yes, and, we still need somebody to replace him. If you happen to know anyone who has a bit of a strong constitution. We don't exactly have people lining up around the block to burn leftover body parts.
Of course. I know just the man. I write down the Major's phone number and hand it to Dr. Doyle.
Oh, fantastic. We'll give him a call.
That was his job. He burned the extra body parts, huh?
Yes, he part of his duties, he cleaned up the operating rooms after they were used, and part of that was disposing of the leftovers, I suppose you could say. If there was an amputation or something removed, he would take them, he'd clean them up and take them down to the incinerator and burn them later in the evening and late at night. Like I said, discretion was a large part of his job purview.
Okay, well, Dom, you got any more questions?
Nope, I think I'm good.
Okay, well, thanks, Doc. You're the bee's knees.
You're not so bad yourself. Well, yes.
He talks no bourgeois.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you, and I hope that none of this comes back on the hospital.
No, this is a recent occurrence, so shouldn't have any blowback for you guys.
Well, I would appreciate if you could keep our association with this character to a minimum or out of it completely.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Shakes your hand, stands up, over the desk.
Oh, Dom, got any ideas? Should we just go check it out?
Yeah, let's go check out that 143 Crenshaw.
Okay.
So you guys,
Why don't
you guys leave his
come
office.
reload up on some ammo and guns.
Yeah, maybe we should touch base with those other idiots
Yeah,
that
that's a
are,
good idea.
riding our coattails.
Not that I know what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's give those idiots a call and let them know what we're up to.
You
So
mean,
we walk out to the front desk and we ask, what was her name
uninvented
again?
two-way mics,
Yeah. Your
two-way
tin
radios.
cans.
No, I mean, I figured we'd ask the front desk lady if we could use their phone.
Oh, right.
They don't have phones.
Nobody's there though.
What?
Yeah, who are you gonna call?
The Ghostbusters.
So yeah, I guess as you guys go, are you guys going to try and call them back on the phone? Oh yeah, so okay, so you guys go up to the front desk. Miss Witherspoon is still there. Yes. I hope that was satisfactory. Is there anything else that you gentlemen require?
Wondered if we might make a phone call on your telephone.
Yeah. Yes, of course. It's right here.
Okay, we dial. Whose house were you at? Simmy's?
We're at
You're at
Baggett's.
Tallahassee's.
Tallahassee's the only one there.
We
We call Tallahassee's house. Operator.
Oh wait, no, Tallahassee's already at Corbitt's house, tying up Mr. Corbitt and whipping
I'm
him.
getting in trouble. I'm not
So,
gonna answer anything.
The phone starts ringing at Tallahassee's house. Does anybody answer?
Negatory.
Are any of you guys there? Are you guys not back from?
Yeah, we're back.
No, but we went to my house because Tallahassee's gone.
Did he really leave though, or
You-
did you just make?
You guys had quite a few things you were gathering up your shopping list at the
General store.
yeah,
Surplus store.
at the major store. It's not a general store. It's a major store. Yeah, right, guys. Right, guys. Dads everywhere are laughing their heads off.
This is where we add the laugh track later.
So, I guess as the phone rings with no response, I suppose we cut back to Tallahassee Turner. Where
Tell
are
me what you did with the body.
It's in Mr. Corbett's house with him tied up on the floor. No.
Stop hitting me.
So, as soon as I guess everybody else left, Tallahassee Turner, what did you do?
This is the worst idea ever.
Yeah, I walked over
We're all ashamed
to
of you.
Mr. Corbett's house.
You just went across the street and went for it?
Yep, I'm going for this.
I hope he dies.
So
Okay.
I'm taking the photograph with me.
Okay.
So I knock on his door with the photograph in hand. I get my Colt 45 pulled out and hold it behind my back.
Okay, so as you're walking across the street, make me a spot hidden check.
Spot hidden, huh? 75. 84.
That's my boy.
Push your roll.
All right, it's a rather pleasant evening in June. It's starting to
He
get.
notices the sun is out.
The sun is out, though it's getting low in the sky. It will be setting soon, maybe in a couple of hours.
Sky is blue.
It's a nice breeze blowing through as you walk across the street over to Mr. Corbett's house. So you have your 45 behind your back, and you're
Got my bullwhip at my side. I'm wearing my hat, and I'm also got my cavalry saber hanging from my belt.
Okay, so you're in full costume.
Yes, and I also have a rope around my shoulder, kind of like, or around my chest, kind of like a thing of bullets.
Like a bandolier?
Yep, that word. And my hatchet is also attached to my belt, just in case.
Okay,
Gotta
you
get my
are
action music.
pretty decked out here. Okay, so you knock on the door.
Yep.
There's no answer.
I do look around a little bit to see if our neighborhood has been erased in Roll20. What's the next door neighbor guy's name again? Not the next.
Barbers.
Barber. Kind of glance over to see if Barber's like peeving again.
Okay, roll spot hidden.
Spot hidden is 75. 56. Success.
Yeah, he's looking out the window at you.
I slip the gun in my pocket a little bit and wave to him.
He just glares back at
You
you.
bird, didn't you?
I give him the bird.
Roll for back.
He looks shocked. he looks shocked.
I hope you can see this because I'm doing it
And
as
then,
hard as I can.
And kind of ducks back in his curtains again.
Sorry, I missed that part. Who did that?
Tom, Mr. Barber. He looked very shocked at your bird.
Oh, gotcha.
Did the bird exist back in 1920?
Tallahassee Turner just invented it. He learned it on one of his many adventures.
You'll read about it in the future in one of my books. That's how
Yeah.
His book,
comes
How to
be.
Insult People with Your Hands.
Yeah,
Are you
Tallahassee
going-
Turner and the insulting hand gestures.
Are you going double bird?
One of his best sellers.
Yes. I knock on the door again.
Okay. All right. After another minute or so, the door opens and you see Bernard Corbitt standing there. He just opens it a little bit, enough that he can kind of you can see his whole face as he's kind of standing there peeking out. He looks up at you and goes, Mr. Turner, what do you want?
So before he opened the door, I did pull my pistol back out and hid it behind my back again.
Okay.
And I say, with the photo in hand, yeah, I just wanted to apologize for me and my friends. We had a lot of water the other day, and we just got a little bit, beside ourselves with being jovial and adventurous and whatnot. I told him I was writing a new book, and so we just, started getting a little bit crazy.
I would say so.
Yep. So one thing I did notice, though, that I want to ask you about, as we were, messing around and stuff, the Major happened to try to be taking a picture of the moon, but as he was falling off the roof and breaking my camera, he did happen to take one shot of a photo. I was wondering if you could, just like explain what it might be. And I hand him the photo.
Ooh. As you hand him the photo and he looks at it, his eyes go wide as he looks down at it and goes.
And I pull my gun to the front.
And pointed at him.
Yep.
I don't know what this. I don't know what this is. What is this picture of? I don't.
It's your house with a woman in the attic.
That's ridiculous. This
window.
can be any house. I don't
Except
know why you're doing this,
the
Mr.
one
Turner.
The camera was pointed at.
This is.
Why is there a woman in your attic? Corbitt.
There's.
Talk. Tell me. Open this door right now. Let me in.
What did you say?
I said, open this door right now and let me in.
Where are your rebel friends?
Fine. Come in. And he opens the door and steps aside.
And I make sure I say, and keep back at least 5 feet from my gun, so you can't reach.
Yes, of course. Whatever you say.
So I slip in and close the door behind me.
Okay, make a listen check. How's your listen, Tallahassee?
Listen, 20.
So fun fact, guys, that you might not know.
Bury him in the back.
Tallahassee.
I'm not a psychologist tonight.
So, fun fact, guys, that you might not know. Tallahassee, really good at talking, not so good at listening.
Surprise, surprise.
Roll me a listen check, Tallahassee.
34.
Okay.
That's a fail. I had 20.
Wait, what time of the day is it?
It's in the evening after everything you did, going down to the hospital. You guys being in jail most of the morning. It's probably like
It's a busy
it's
morning.
probably like 6 in the evening, I would say.
So we're all pretty tired because we didn't sleep the night
You guys are
before.
pretty stinking worn out, yeah, I would say. Except for Dom, he had a pretty nice night's rest.
I did.
Yeah,
the
you
trunk.
slept soundly in a car trunk.
Very soundly.
Okay, Tallahassee, make me a power roll.
Power.
Did he already roll for
Yeah,
listen?
he's about to
Yeah,
cast
he
a
failed.
magical spell on you, Brett.
That doesn't sound good.
Before I do that, I shoot him. Just kidding. All right.
So, as you're walking into the house, so make a power roll.
Yeah, power's 50. 53. I spend luck to succeed.
That's not gonna
You
work.
can, but you would have to beat his.
Yeah, you're rolling against him. So if he had a hard success, you lose anyway.
So, how do I know?
You don't.
You don't.
You got a chance of.
All right, I spend 4 luck to get a 49. Or do I only have to have a 50?
You just have to have a 50.
Okay, I'll spend 3 luck for a success.
Let's see. Okay, you have a success, but that is not enough to beat his success.
Tough break.
He has a pretty high power.
What's his power?
I can't tell you that.
Superpower.
He has superpower.
Secret.
So, just as you turn, as you walk in the door, and as you're pointing your pistol towards him, suddenly your body just goes completely rigid, and you can't move
We knew this was
anymore.
gonna happen. Tallahassee decides to pull his best.
Tallahassee's new book, Dumb Stuff You See Your Friends To, But Still Gotta Try Yourself.
Gosh, dude.
Can I talk still?
No, and actually everything kind of.
Then I say,
And
that's it.
as that's happening, he walks up and he's looking in your face, and as he's doing that, everything just goes black.
Good plan.
Okay.
So,
Well,
Solid
we're
plan.
let's see, Major Bakersfield and
Yeah.
Dr. Simi. After you guys gather up all your things, and you're heading back to the neighborhood, you come pulling down the street, and as you guys pull onto the street, your street, and start driving down, you see down in the middle of the road a figure just walking down the road towards you. And he appears to be naked.
Where is this
And
going?
as you drive closer, you recognize the rather,
Well endowed.
Well, I won't call it. A gentleman never tells.
Does he still have his whip?
Rather, well, actually, I mean, for his somewhat advanced age, rather fit form of Tallahassee Turner, He does still have his whip, actually. He's swinging it around and snapping it in the air, going, "Yeehaw! Get along, doggies! Yeehaw!" As he's just kind of wandering around back and forth, swinging his whip, and he is completely naked. Just shouting at the top of his lungs, "Get along, doggies! Yeehaw! Get along, doggies! Yeehaw!" There it is.
What was in that water that you guys drank last night?
Take it over, Tallahassee.
You don't want to know.
I see the moon.
Yeah, we see it too.
I say we just run him over in the car.
Okay, what do you do?
Well, I think we get out and tie him up with some rope. Get the net.
I smack him in the face.
As you guys come running out, he sees you and he snaps his whip at you.
Get back! Get back!
Get the net.
Here comes Mr. Netty Hands.
Netty Hands, you have a theme song.
Okay, so
how does that go?
Dr. Simeon distracts him while I tackle him with the net.
I try to whip him.
How are you distracting Tallahassee?
I guess I'm dancing.
You're dancing?
I'm doing a sexy dance.
This just took a really weird turn.
I don't know what skill to make you roll for a sexy dance. There doesn't have sexy
luck?
dance is not on the investigator's skill list.
Charm.
I guess.
I got good dodge and dexterity.
You could always talk with him, or you can do a sexy dance. Oh, okay.
Wait, say that again?
If you want to do a sexy dance, you can roll an appearance roll. Make an appearance roll. Your app up on your characteristics.
Oh, okay.
If this is really the direction you want to go with this.
Well, can I roll persuade?
Yes, you can. If you
Can I
would
do
like
a
to.
persuasive dance?
It also doesn't have to be dance centered. I just want to. I mean, you're really on this dance track, so I mean, you can run with it if you want, but that's not actually necessary.
Okay, I'm gonna talk him down.
Are you
With
a
persuasive
doggy?
dance.
With
Okay.
a persuasive dance, and I got 70.
All right. What are you
persuasive
saying
dance.
to him? Or are you saying it with your body?
I don't.
He does his patented.
I see him start to do his sexy dance, and I say, "What kind of doctor are you again?"
Nope. Don't worry, I learned this at Miskatonic.
He's a doctor of love.
All right. Roll me a persuasion check.
They didn't call me the love doctor at the
All right, here we
university
go.
for nothing.
As a love psychologist.
Say, what is this? Is that a 54 or 45?
That's 54.
All right, that's out of 70.
All right.
Success.
That is a success.
I whip him in the face.
So, well, I guess Tallahassee Turner
He stops whipping.
stops whipping his whip because he is thoroughly distracted by your persuasive, sexy dance. As Dr. Simeon Kantstandyobitz, the respected and illustrious psychologist, stands there gyrating his hips towards famed world-renowned explorer Tallahassee Turner, as he stands there just staring at him, somewhat confused, maybe alert. We don't know.
Since it was just a regular success, does that mean in order to fully grasp his attention, does Simeon also have to remove clothing?
At first,
Okay, I already took my shirt off. I'm just wearing suspenders.
Okay, well, you already succeeded on the roll, so that was a little bit unnecessary, but we'll go with it. Okay.
At first,
so
I'm intrigued.
as he shirtlessly, and he kind of stretches his suspenders out and back, you know, kind of like in that little thing as he gyrates his hips. Jeez, what is your name? Major Bakersfield. Roll me a fighting brawl.
Okay. I might also have to roll a sanity check after this.
You're gonna gain sanity.
All right, I rolled a 31. And what is my fighting roll?
It's 50.
60.
Or no, sorry, it's 60.
So
yeah.
I got almost.
Okay. Okay. Tallahassee, roll a dodge roll with a penalty die. So roll 2 d10s.
Wait, he's super
and
distracted
take
right now.
the higher one.
But I tried to whip Don or what's his face?
I'm trying to whip Simeon.
Yeah, I tried to whip Simeon because at first I was kind of intrigued, but as soon as that shirt came off, I said, "You devil!" and I tried to whip him.
Whatever, that was the trance.
Okay.
That was the trance.
Okay, well roll a dodge roll for me real quick.
Just a regular, like normal dice that I have.
Yeah, roll 2d. Well, actually, roll 2 of your. Roll the D100 one, the double-digit die. Roll that twice and take whichever one is higher.
80. I got an 80 and a 70.
Okay, so you failed and then failed really hard.
Here comes Mr. Netty Hands.
So as Tallahassee is distracted by the wildly persuasive Dr. Simeon Kantstandyobitz, he is unceremoniously tackled, blindsided by Major Bakersfield as he just plows into the side of him with a net and wraps him up quite securely.
Wow, that took some really nice foresight by you guys to get that net at the...
I knew we would need it for something.
That was...
I didn't think I'd need it for Tallahassee. To tackle a naked guy.
Okay, so you guys, you have right in your inventory 1 Tallahassee Turner in a net.
Hey, I never got to do a whip roll.
That's because you got tackled before you could whip him.
I didn't dodge with poo.
Also, you don't really have control of yourself at the moment.
It's very true.
Pretty sure this is where the Whip and Nene song came from.
He's in there, watch me whip. Now watch me nay.
I left out that he nay-nayed in between each of his whip strikes. But I just thought it was... I didn't mention it because I just thought it was a given.
I did all the nay dancing.
Yeah.
All these things are going to be released in my upcoming book. The Bird, the Whip and Nene, Doctors of Love Dance.
Meets Mr. Netty Hands.
So what do you guys want to do?
Get it off me!
We drag him back to my house.
Snap out of it, man. Snap out of it.
You're dragging him back to your house?
Okay, so we're dragging him
Dr.
back to our backyard. My backyard. And I'm going to douse him in water. Mr. Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Go get some non-alcoholic water.
Okay.
A big bucket of it.
All right, well, hold on.
Douse him.
Let me grab my nice bucket.
It's Major's.
Got company over.
It's Major Bakersfield, by the way.
Oh man, that's a nice bucket.
Okay, as Major Bakersfield is rushing back across the street to go retrieve his mighty fine bucket.
Get the nice bucket.
Dom Drunkard and Billy McConnell, you pull onto the street as you see Major Bakersfield racing across the lane, headed towards his house.
Carrying a net?
No,
he
doesn't have a net. He is empty-handed currently. What do you guys do?
We run him over.
I do a backflip over your car.
Now's our chance.
We pull up next to him and ask what's going on.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. One second.
What's going on?
I guess as you drive past Dr. Simi's house, roll me a spot hidden.
Yes, I love rolling stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, give me my dice back. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
42.
I'm a terrible spot
42.
hidden.
Which is
46, but my spot hidden is 25.
Yeah, I got 80.
Okay, both you succeed. Both
No,
you glance
both of us
over
failed.
and see.
No,
I succeeded.
No, he succeeded.
Wait.
Oh yeah, you only have 20.
Yeah, I'm
spot hidden,
terrible.
don't
I'm
you?
terrible. Terrible.
Okay. Billy McConnell, as you guys go driving down the street and you're driving towards Major Bakersfield as he's heading towards and running into his house, as you guys kind of called out the window to him, you happen to glance to the side and see Tallahassee Turner wrapped up in a net being dragged into Dr. Simmy's backyard by Dr. Simmy himself. Oh, and Tallahassee Turner is naked.
What? Oh.
The imagery is just
The doggies!
amazing.
The doggies!
Wow. Isn't he one of your buddies? Okay. Running around naked.
I
As
barely know him.
as Billy says that to you, Dom, you also glance over, and now you also see this tableau.
I barely know the guy.
So, what do you guys do?
So Mr. Bakersfield is making his way back over to my house with a nice bucket.
It's a really nice book.
Okay, we're gonna jump ahead a few minutes as you guys all reconvene in Dr. Simmy's backyard. It's gonna be smash cut. Water is flying into Tallahassee Turner's face.
That's
My
acting.
Tallahassee Turner. That was excellent. Well done. You suddenly come to your senses.
What are you doing?
And realize that you are soaking wet and wrapped up in a net.
Why am I soaking wet, naked in a
grass.
net?
That he's in a net.
Well, we were hoping you'd tell us about the naked part.
Tell us.
Tallahassee,
What have you guys done to
you
me?
have no idea why you're naked in a net.
I don't know.
You were thinking about something. You were gathering up. You're loading up for bear in your house.
You guys were going
And-
off to get stuff, and I was putting all my equipment on to go over and challenge Mr. Corbitt, see if he knew anything about the photo.
So did you go talk to him?
Then
I
why
don't
on
remember.
earth were you naked with your whip?
That
Shouting nonsense in the street.
that is the last thing
So
I
the last
remember.
thing you remember is like heading towards your door to go outside, and then you are sitting. You are sitting in Dr. Simmy's backyard in a net with grass tickling you in places that you've never felt grass tickle you before.
It's quite comfortable back here. Don't get me wrong, but still, I have no idea.
Actually,
why.
I guess I shouldn't.
Yeah, I have a hard
I shouldn't
time
say that
believing that
because
he's never-
You've been in a lot of places and done a lot of things.
True, you gotta
so-
read my books.
This probably wasn't his first
Grass
sexy
tickling.
dance.
Tallahassee Turner
Wasn't
and the
his
naked in the
first,
grass
naked
story.
net experience.
It's not his first naked netting. Tallahassee Turner and the naked netting.
Part 2.
Oh my gosh.
Part 2.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Guys, I have no idea, but
What do you do?
maybe I pooed my pants again or something, but I gotta go home and get clothes
You're not
on.
wearing any pants.
Right, so
Yeah, why don't you borrow this burlap sack I have?
let me just cut leg holes and stick through
Already
it.
done.
Oh, perfect.
Just in case this would happen.
That means it's previously been
As a
used. This is
psychologist, I
weird.
run into this a lot. All right.
There is one thing I do recall, however, actually, now that I'm thinking really, really hard about things. I only remember a man with no shirt wearing suspenders mesmerizing me with a dance.
You do have a
don't know.
vague memory of that.
I don't know what you're talking
We wouldn't know
about.
anything about that.
There's like a vague, shadowy figure in my mind.
You know, we can
that
just stop
happened.
talking about it, you know.
Yeah, just go home and get dressed.
I'm just gonna run home and get
Go
dressed.
get your clothes on.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Arkham Files. If you like what you hear, show us your support by checking us out on patreon.com/the Arkham Files and leaving us a 5-star review on iTunes. Thanks again. No psychologists were injured in the recording of this episode.